We do know the gender. Are you at risk of needing a cerclage or bed rest again, or was that due to twins? Did you for sure miscarry the twin? Will your family be complete with this next baby? This is actually a really big concern for birth for me. Hi, you guys. Now we all know I'm pregnant, and it's been so fun sharing with all of you. The feedback has obviously been like so positive. You guys are been like really surprised that we are expecting a third. It is, wow, I'm like, take a breath. I got so much to say today. I'm just starting off speedy. You guys know at this point, if you've watched my last two videos, that it is one baby. It is not two babies. So the day I announced I was pregnant, as well as today, I put a Q&A box on my Instagram for you guys to ask any questions, and like literally hundreds and hundreds. And obviously a lot of them are similar because when we announced, we didn't say the due date. We didn't talk about gender. We didn't say if it was one or two. And I did answer some of like the main ones on Instagram. So let's dive in. I'm gonna elaborate on some, and then I'm just gonna try to like rapid fire a ton of these. If you're not subscribed, please do so. We're so close to 20K, which is awesome. And I just want to like blast off my YouTube with this pregnancy that kind of happened last time with my twin pregnancy. So now that there's so many more of you on here already, and then on Instagram, I would love to just continue to grow. So I just have even more of you to share all this fun news with. Okay, so the big ones are, what do you do? I am due in February. So I'm just out of my first trimester, but like freshly into my second. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna like share an actual date. I mean, I guess the closer I get and start sharing weeks, things like that, people can do the math themselves, but I don't know. So, I mean, February is good enough to share at this point. I don't know why I feel weird about that. Do we know the gender? Are you gonna share the gender? Are you gonna find out the gender? La la la. We do know the gender. We found out at 8 weeks. I did a clinical blood test. I didn't want to do it myself. No chance of messing anything up. The results went to my mom this time, and we had little like confetti poppers. And we did that on the 4th of July. So I am going to be sharing that video. The plan is to do it a week from today. Next week I'll be sharing the gender reveal video. So put a comment, what do you think, boy or girl? The next video I'm going to share like all my first trimester symptoms I had like week by week, so maybe that'll give you some more insight too for your guesses. We just are not weight people. Like even like I wouldn't want to do it, but even more than me, Alec was like, there's zero part of me that would ever want to wait. So we're not waiting, we already know. And then, you know, a lot of questions of like, if we thought it was twins, did we want it to be twins? Were we disappointed it wasn't twins? Tons and tons of those questions. I didn't want it to be twins. I also think if it was twins, I would not have freaked out like I did the first time. I've already done it once, I could do it again. And like part of me was like, that'd be really cool to have two sets of twins. Like I could totally handle it. I would feel like so accomplished as a mother and a human superhero. But ideally, we just wanted one. There were so many things that I feel like I did not get to experience by having twins first, and that's okay because there's so many things I get to experience as a twin mom that others don't. And I know even still it'll be different having one while also taking care of twin toddlers. So it will never be exactly the same, but I am excited, and I'm hoping that the whole experience will feel easier to me. I've done it with 2 newborns, so I think doing it with 1 newborn should feel easier. I mean, it's still a newborn baby, I understand, but that's what I'm hoping for. And then the last really big question that I got a ton was, how did we know we were ready for baby 3? So I shared a little bit of this, but long story short is like, we really didn't. We never had a conversation of like, okay, we're ready, let's do it. It was just sort of like a, should we? Do you think we will? Do you think we should? We're doing no sort of birth control, but I also don't have a cycle. So we didn't think we were gonna get pregnant without going back to the fertility clinic, and it was really easy doing it that way last time. For what I needed to get pregnant, just to take letrozole pills for like 8 days was not that invasive, was not that hard, and then just gives a bit more control to the situation. So when I went and did my first appointment with Seattle Reproductive Medicine, we were still like, I don't know, let's just get more information, have them see kind of what's going on, what they think we'll need to do. And then when I went in, they're like, everything looks so good. Your body looks totally ready. We'd love for you to start the medicine tomorrow or like in a couple days. And we're like, tomorrow? And we were just like, okay, let's do it. Like we literally were just like, okay, this is like, we feel fine. We feel fine moving forward. It was never a big deal. So that's how we knew we were ready. Originally, like a long time ago when we had the twins, we said when they hit a year, we would talk about having more if we wanted to. And then a year came really quick and we were like, nope. And then a lot of you brought up how like on Instagram, I had talked about like, I don't know, we feel kind of complete. I'm busy. I don't know. And near the end, especially the one I did like a week before I announced, someone asked me if we're going to have more. And I said, my hands are really full with the twins right now, which was not a lie. But I know I kind of did that to like lead you astray to give more of a surprise factor. So I knew what I was doing there. So yeah, I always wanted 2. Alec wanted 3. Then I had twins and we decided to go for 3. Okay, so those were the big ones and I answered those on Instagram, but there's my longer winded answers for all of them on here. Now let's blast through some more. Are you going to stick with an H name or go with a different letter? We do not have any H names on our list at this time, so we are planning to do a different letter. Are you at risk of needing a cerclage or bed rest again, or was that due to twins? So when you get a cerclage, normally it's once a cerclage, always a cerclage, because it's just like your body has a short cervix. You will always need to have the surgery, have a stitch to help keep that shut while you're pregnant until like 36 weeks where they remove it. But they don't know for me. They don't know if it was because of the twins, because when they removed the cerclage, when I went into preterm labor at 29 weeks, like couldn't stop the labor. It was going for 24 hours. They prepped my body for a C-section, which included removing the cerclage. And once they removed it, like everything stopped, my contractions and everything. So then 7 weeks to the day of that is when I gave birth, which is really unusual to go that long after a cerclage removal and still stay pregnant. So they don't know if it was just the twins putting pressure on my body that, you know, shortened my cervix, or if it was just incompetent cervix, which is like the typical reason why you have a cerclage. So they're going to do a scan at 16 weeks, see how it's measuring, and then if it like looks okay, they'll do another one at 18 weeks. Otherwise, normally they would place a cerclage at 14 weeks. She did give me the option, if I just am more comfortable with it, I can just get it, but I'm fine waiting until 16 weeks and having them check it out. Last time they discovered that I needed one, I think around 18 or 19 weeks. So I feel fine at 16 weeks doing it, checking it out. They also think that the cerclage is maybe what like was a part of my preterm labor, that it was just too high up, and because my body was expanding for twins, it like was pulling against it, and that's kind of what put me into preterm labor. Won't know for sure, but something to consider. Yeah, it's funny that the twins and Alec are both in May. Alec's birthday is the day before the twins' birthday, and then my birthday is like right like a week or so after this baby is supposed to be born. So I'll be turning 30 after the baby's born, which is nice. I can have a glass of champagne for my 30th birthday. Do the babies know? Are they acting different? They are not acting different. They totally know Harper all the time. Like they're, you know, they roughhouse, they jump on me. Harper, she'll be like, careful baby, careful baby. They'll come up, if I ask them where baby is, they'll come up and kiss my belly or touch my belly, or we'll pretend like we're tickling baby and I'll like make my belly like laugh and stuff. So they know, but they only know as much as like they're able to understand. Sometimes Harper's like, Harper, growing baby. Like to her tummy, I'm like, nope. Will you be going on a baby moon? If so, where will you be taking the twins with you? We've talked a lot about a baby moon. We did not go on one with the twins. We had one planned, but then I think it was right around when like I had my cerclage surgery and they realized that they had growth restriction and stuff. So they advised us not to go away. But I don't know this time. We're going on a family vacation with my family in September, and then another one down to California in October. And then it kind of gets into like November, December, January, and then baby comes in February. So I don't feel like we need one. I feel like we're able to just do enough and have enough family help if we really needed it at some other time, that we don't need to like capitalize on the baby moon of it all. And we didn't do it the first time, so I don't know what I'm missing. Some of you were like, I knew it. I could tell you were pregnant. And I'm just so curious how, because I was trying to be really sneaky The only thing I thought you guys would catch on to is that I wasn't posting on YouTube because I have been so tired. Oh, so yeah, so then my symptoms, which I will go over more in the next video specifically, but I've had no nausea, which is the same as the twins, which I do not take for granted. I am so thankful. I do not have any sickness with my pregnancies. That is like major. I have just been on death's doorstep with my fatigue. Like I couldn't be more tired. How is this pregnancy different from the twin pregnancy? Not much so far. Obviously, I think the further I get, just I had so many complications with growth restriction and this cerclage surgery and preterm labor with the twins that I'm hoping I don't really have to deal with this time. So symptom-wise, feeling pretty similar. Am I going to get a 3-seat stroller? I don't think so. I know Zoe makes a great one that people use a lot, but that thing's big. The plan right now, I think, is I'm gonna wear baby a lot. I didn't baby wear hardly at all with the twins because I couldn't easily do that. So I'm planning to wear this baby a lot and then have the twins in the stroller. We have the Uppa baby, so I'm planning to have like Harper in the stroller and then have the newborn seat in the stroller, and then we have like the skateboard attachment. Hudson can stand on that if I need it, but we'll have to figure that one out. People are wondering if this is why I decided to potty train the twins. No, it was just more like I felt like they were ready, and we had like a 2-week window of not much going on. But do not potty train when you are in your first trimester of pregnancy. Just take it from me. Don't do it. You'll regret it. Thankfully, Harper caught on really fast, but I literally stopped with Hudson because I told Alec that the stress of this can't be good for the baby. It was so stressful. Don't do it. Don't do it. Was the IUGR only a risk because of twins or an ongoing risk? I think it had to do with twins, and mostly because Harper had marginal cord insertion as well. So the umbilical cord went to the end of the placenta instead of the middle. So it was just not getting all the nutrients from the placenta. And then, yeah, my body was working to fuel both placentas, both babies. So there was only so much to go around. So it was already like getting halved, and then it wasn't even getting as much as it should have because of the placement. So hoping that was just a weird twin scenario. Okay, so a lot of questions about how I'm feeling about the vanishing twin, how I'm feeling about having lost a twin. You know, did you for sure miscarry the twin? I don't know. My doctor said you won't know unless they had already seen a fetus in there for sure. Everything is just so small still at this point, and once it's an empty gestational sac, it really can look like a hematoma as well. I don't know. So I feel fine about it now. I mean, I felt sad for the day when they first told me, but I'm okay. I'm super thankful for our one little baby, and that's, you know, how we envisioned it. It was just one baby, and if there was another one, then they are with Jesus and they are having a grand old time. Will your family be complete with this next baby? I think so. Yeah, I don't think either of us have any intention of having a 4th baby. When we had the twins, you know, we knew, okay, with a boy and a girl, we could totally be done. But I think we both were like, it's more likely that we might, you know, have a 3rd at some point for sure, because we wanted like the older, younger sibling thing. But I don't think we want 4 kids. We said 99% sure we're done. We'll leave the 1% open, but like in my heart at this point, I don't want 4. 3 is good. And Alec feels the same way. What are you planning to buy for baby 3? Do you have most already? What infant car seat are you using? Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, we'll be using the Nuna Pippa Light car seat that the twins had. We'll be using the swings, the bouncers, the activity tables. I don't think there's any gear besides I think we're planning to do a snoo again. We sold both of our snoos, but I think we'll buy one again. We bought it on Facebook Marketplace last time, so we might do that. And then I think I do want to get a single stroller. So if I am out with just the one baby, I just have like a really easy like easy fold one. I like the Nuna Travel. I've looked at that, and Zoe also has a travel stroller. And then we do have like a bag of clothing that we've already like kind of started to accumulate, just some gifts from people and a couple things that I've seen and have purchased for baby. The thing is that the seasons will be a little different because the twins were born in like end of May. So all their newborn clothes are summer clothes, but then this baby is going to be born in February. So I'll need warmer clothes. They're gonna be off by like 4 or 5 months. So we'll see once I pull everything out and like divvy it up what we have. I think we're pretty set though, especially because a lot of the things the twins wore were like gender neutral, so that they could be reused for a boy or a girl. A few questions asking me if we're gonna be doing daycare for the twins once the baby arrives, or if they'll be home with the baby. They're gonna be home. We don't have any plans to do daycare. I'm gonna just take care of the 3 of them. That's what I do, and I'm good at it, so I'm gonna do that. Daycare is super expensive, and I wanna be home with all of them. I'm excited. How long did you wait to tell close family and friends? We were like blabbermouths. We told Alex's parents the day we found out. We told my parents the next day. I literally, the day we found out, I went to a wine night with like girlfriends, and I couldn't drink. And then I'm pretty close with them, but like if I was gonna sit there and not drink wine, they were gonna know. So like they found out the day of. I feel like we told a lot of people, and then I kind of had like the bleeding and stuff happening like week 7, 8, 9. So I kind of stopped telling anybody. And then once I did my next appointment, I told everyone else who I needed to tell. Birthing plan, I got no idea. I don't know. I was really go with the flow the first time. I think I will be this time. Hospital, epidural, I'm good, whatever the baby needs. The only thing that I am concerned about, this is actually a really big concern for birth for me, is that it went really fast with the twins. My water broke at 2:30. By 8 a.m. they were born. So call that what? Just say 6 hours, less. But they say the next time, cut it in half. So like 3 hours. And that was in the middle of the night, and now we have kids. So like if my water breaks at 2 a.m., you know, I don't have family right next door. They're like drivable, but it would take probably an hour for them to get here. I could have like a neighbor on standby, and while we leave and the parents come, then you get to the hospital, and that takes a while, and then getting checked in and getting a room. And then you have to be there, I think for like an hour to get like an IV drip before you can get an epidural. I don't know how this is gonna go. I have a feeling it's gonna go quick, and that definitely makes me nervous. So I'll figure that out when it gets closer, but that's like the biggest thing that takes up my brain when thinking about birth right now. How are you feeling? I'm feeling super excited. I'm so happy the news is out. I can't wait for you guys to know if it's a boy or a girl. So let me know in the comments what you think, and you'll find out in like a week. So hopefully I answered the questions you wanted to hear. If there's other things that you are just dying to know, go ahead and leave a comment, and I will try to get to those as soon as I can. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.